Hey y'all, so I know it's been a while since I made a video. Just been lazy and not videoing what we've been doing because we've been trying to get some stuff done out here. But just finished moving some sheep over here at our property. I sold a couple out of here yesterday evening, and now I just combined everything and moved them. We've been getting some fence work done around here. I got a little section, I don't know, maybe 300 yards or so of fence that I got to put up yet, and then I'll have 30 acres fenced in out here. So we own 60, plan on fencing 50 of it in, and we'll have 30 done here soon. So that's one thing I'm going to try to work at today, is cleaning up that line. I had to take some trees down, so I'm going to try to clean that line up today. I treated a couple, dewormed one in here just before we moved them, and I had to treat two that were limping. And now we have the cows, 2 cows up here on the top paddock, and we're going to move them into this one here because the grass is coming on good. So one thing we did last winter when we fed hay out here was just did bale grazing. In some of these areas the hay was pretty thick, like they left a lot of it behind, so you can kind of still see some of that, but it is definitely rotting down. But it might be real hard to see on here, but everywhere there was a bale, the grass is much better. It's darker green. There's a spot out there, spot over there, spot or two up there, and then right in here is where I fed little square bales of alfalfa. I'd throw some in, and it definitely, like I said, it might be hard to see on here, but it's definitely the grass is better and greener right there than anywhere else. So it definitely seems to help. Even wasting a little bit of hay is just does a lot for the land. And you can see it pretty good. So that front heifer is one that I'm keeping. She's almost a year old, so here in a few months I'll be turning her into the bull. And then the other one's the Rosie, the Dexter. Have these two over here because I don't want the South Pole bull to get them bred, so that's why they're over here by themselves. Just turning them out here on this side because there's a lot better grass over here, and this over here needs to recover. Got some old sack crate that got wet, so I'm going to take it back here, put it in a hole that I dug out here. This is the last stretch of fence that I was talking about that I have to put up before we have the 30 acres fence in. So pretty much from this post up here through the corner of the trees is the corner of our property. And so I'll put a post there, or actually 2 of them, and then there'll be a fence going the whole way out to the road. And so I've got to make sure this line is completely cleared up here. I took down some trees. So this is the corner of the property right up here, and then it goes a straight shot out to the road right there. It's just this this guy's yard right here. So I got to put a fence here, and this is the main place. I cut down a bunch of these trees with the mulcher, and now I'm going to just try to move them out of the way and try to get this area all cleaned up so I can come in and put fence in. Alright, so up there's that last wood post. I got some of these big trees in here, some of these big pines. I wish I could get them logged out, but it's not enough of them, I don't think, right now. So I'll probably just run the fence right down here And then right here's the property, corner of the property. So what I did a couple weeks ago, I came in here with a mulcher and I laid down a bunch of smaller pine trees, and then today I just pushed them all off to the side. So I'll put a fence right here, and then I'm probably going to put a gate somewhere right here and then run the fence up. That wood post is right behind that tree, so I might have to step it out just a little bit to make a straight shot up there. But I'm ready for dig some holes and put some fence posts in now. This is out here in the section by the road where we want to put our fruit trees and stuff. We do have some grapes planted out there, but I had the sheep in here and they hit it real hard, knocked a lot of this down, so I started the sprinkler out here. We are supposed to get some rain next week, but just in case we don't get much, I'm going to go ahead and put some water on this. There was animals in here and on the other side of the fence, and now they're all down on the bottom side, so I'm gonna go ahead and water this. I do have another water point over here. I might put the sprinkler on there for a little too, just to get some of this stuff going. I think it's chunking some water out here. But I hooked the mulcher up to the skid steer, and now I'm gonna come out here. There's a couple places where we had cut some trees down. There's some stumps. I'm gonna try to grind some of those down a little bit more. And then down there where the grapes are, I'm gonna clean up around that a little bit. Maybe hit some of these trees and some of the weeds and stuff. Just knock some of this stuff back a little bit. I got all this stuff mulched and cleaned up. I just decided to not even bother trying to get all those trees right now. I did go out and get a couple stumps, mulch them down, but I wanted to make a decent path here to walk from up at the shed out to here. We see enough of snakes around here that I want to try to keep a half decent place out here that I can get out here. But now I'm gonna hook up this water pipe here so we can water these grapes that we have growing out here. We bought a drip tape kit. I don't know that I'll actually get it all installed today, but I at least want to try to get what we can hooked up and at least be able to just turn water on, and even if we have to use a hose and water them today. So I got it all rigged up. That's about all it is. So the kit came with 50 foot of this hose here, and that only gets about halfway. So I got to get maybe 100 footer or something. But we at least have water out here now. We were having to carry it from the whole way up there. So now I got a bucket out here, and I can water these. Kind of a funny story. So I got some of these for Christmas. Let's see, it was 3 of them. Concords. We came out here and planted them, watered them, kept watering them, and the first 2 here never put leaves on, but the 3rd one did, and we kept watering them, and then eventually I picked up a 4th one, a muscadine at Tractor Supply. I planted that one. And these first 2 still didn't have leaves on, so Mona got online and she ordered 2 more Concords to plant here. And when I came out here to plant them, here they both had leaves on. I think they knew they pushed their limits, so we ended up with 2 more Concords down there. So we got a random muscadine right in the middle, but it is what it is. It'll only bother people like David. Should have looked what time I started this sprinkler to see how long it's been running, but not much. Maybe it'll help a little bit, but I think I'm gonna move it. So I actually moved the sprinkler out here into the pasture where the cows were this morning. And my reason for that, well, there's a couple reasons, I guess. One, just to water the grass out here to let it regrow, but then I had also planted some white oak trees over here. That one almost looks dead, a little bit of green left, and that one's still green. So this will water those. And then another really big reason is because this is where my persimmon tree is, and I am putting some fruit on, and I do not want this thing to get thirsty. I want to make sure this thing stays nice and watered, and hopefully I get a crop of persimmons out of here. I would love that. Yeah, it's so nice to be able to do that. I pushed a sheep up over here at the 70-acre rented pasture. There's a couple of them that were looking kind of rough and needed to be dewormed, so I'm running them through and treating a couple of them. Just moved the sheep over here to down my in-laws. I took them off of the pasture, the field out here. We had made hay, and there's some regrowth out there that they were eating, but I wanted to get them in here, let them clip this stuff down, and then I want to mow it. There's some thistles already seeded out and stuff, but these dogs are just, I might have pinned them up. There's a lot of grass out here, but it's just about done. Figure I'll let them munch on it for a couple days here, and then it'll probably be over. Just gave the dogs some feed. Sheep are down there. I wish so bad I had some good guard dogs that were bonded to the sheep and did a good job. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for coming along, and we'll catch you on the next one. The what?
The rabbits are gone.
The rabbits are gone?
Yeah.
Where were the rabbits?
In the pen.
So hopefully they grew up and moved off.